Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set! 230.
Mike 50.
Don't get nervous.
Check.
Easy, easy.
Hot, hot. Sit.
Why they cut?
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Nicholas, 66.
Let's get there.
Two draw quarters.
Sponge.
No.
Kill. Switch.
On second down, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Alert. Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the shift.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Check out.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
What you got?
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Super 66.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
180.
Watch the slack, watch the slack. Watch the slack. Motion, I got luck.
Value three. We go, 76. 76.
He's not going to get me.
Third and long. It's gone. And he's able to find Diggs. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on second down when they got the sack? Because on third down, zero pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Like 20. Hey, kill.
We want it. Come to my work.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Like 20.
Like 5-4. Record. Kill.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go again.
Now gone. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
No, 5. That's it.
Out of the gun. Gone. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Under 10. 10. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, dude,
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Safety's creeping. Check, 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 check. Watch twist. Watch. Super.
49, check 49, check 49.
We're good. We're good.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Gone. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Cut. 20.
Check 45, come on.
2 for 1.
Switch up. Shoot. Check 52.
What's up? Turbo, set.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Undercrunch.
From the gun, here's Gone. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Cut. 180.
You must be dreaming. Check 3. Check 43.
Check. Fresno.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Coleman. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
61, matchbox light. Alert. Hey, high 7.
Check.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Hey, Shell.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
45. Mike, 45.
To throw is gone. Pressure applied. inside, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Jim. Check
This is Freeman. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Put a body on. Put a body on. Single. Super.
Gone. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the eye.
Double. Hey, alert. Hey, exit. Black, what's up?
To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Quarter. Solid, 5 down.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
New York.
Blue 30.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Alert. Bravo.
Watch the run. They're running it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. This is Coleman with a grab. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up. X3, 218, chop. Crunch. 8. Focus.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
DC. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go. 45 is the mark.
We're good. Smooth.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
2 for 1.
Back to throw. Goff. That's complete to Cobb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We go tonight. Right 20.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Score now.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. You.
Go. Value three.
45.
On first down, it's gone. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White.
His guys take over first and 10. At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Middle. Mike 50. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Easy, easy. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, tight.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rashad Penny, and he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 6.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Goff now to throw, and he finds Penny. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Cut. 180.
Mike, 45.
Here it comes. Hey, 5. Hey, Haywood.
I'm coming. 45's the Mike. 45's the Mike. Dude, switch.
Maverick.
Now it's gone. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
180.
Check. Watch 54. You go night. Some go night.
Ric Flair. Turbo's up.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Bang. One day. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
No spacing.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Five.
Give me some.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Snickers, got to spin. 24.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big play. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Philip Dorsett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Super one.
Hey, switch gears. Wide, get wide. Shit. Check 99. Tighten up. Hey, check.
12.
Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Coleman. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Hot.
Coleman now. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Come on, D. 53 to Mike. 50.
Hey, Alpha. Middle.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Let's go, let's go.
You good?
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Twist, twist.
Shift.
Big edge.
Sponge. Slack.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught by Brown. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
66. 6-6. Pull it high.
This is Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
50. 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
2nd and 7 at the Lions' 35-yard line.
22, 44.
Slam.
Watch twist. Take 2 of them.
Twist.
Shift. Watch the shift.
From the 35 on second down, Roethlisberger. It's caught, Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th.
26, Giants 20. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. SOS.
Now it's Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
There we go.
Turbo's up.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. 16.
I think a free play now for Goff. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Brown.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
Whirling.
45, Mike, 45.
From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lions 26.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 32-yard line.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Cut. Right 20.
Right here. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down.
Hey, check my super. Hey, Echo.
Watch the run. Check, 45 to Mike.
On second down, here's Goff. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
What? 180. 12. 12. 12. 12. D-line, get that quarterback. 25. Check 25. Hey, wahoo. 5.
He's back to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. Oh, and now he bowls, and nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit. Nelson Aguilar. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Check, Snicker.
Watch twins.
Take two of them.
Check 50.
General West.
Shoot.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We got to step it up. 9-15. Watch the run. Double bump. Check three.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical.